What if I told you that the next chapter in smartphones doesn't just bend in half, but folds twice, transforming from a slim phone in your pocket into a nearly 10-inch screen that feels like carrying a tablet disguised as a phone? It sounds like the kind of futuristic tech we used to see in concept videos, but Samsung is actually about to put it in people's hands. Welcome back, viewers. James here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because you're going to want to stick around for this one. Now, here's the wild part. Samsung's triple folding phone, rumored as the Galaxy Z Trifold or maybe even the G Fold, isn't going to roll out in millions like their usual flagships. Instead, we're hearing production numbers as low as 50,000 units for the first run. That's a tiny drop compared to their Galaxy S or Fold launches. So why the hesitation? It's not because they lack confidence in the idea. It's because this is uncharted territory. This phone could either redefine what we expect from mobile devices, or it could stumble if consumers aren't ready for it. And Samsung wants to keep things controlled, testing the waters without risking a giant flop. Think about it. This is their boldest move since the first Galaxy Fold back in 2019, and we all remember how that went. The original Fold made headlines for its groundbreaking design, but also for its fragile display that cracked under real-world use. Samsung had to go back, redesign, and relaunch. This time, they're not taking chances. By keeping the first wave small, they can fix issues quickly and adjust the design if early users report problems. But here's where it gets exciting. The leaks paint a picture of a phone that doesn't just look futuristic, but actually solves problems older foldables never could. Instead of leaving part of the screen exposed like Huawei's Mate X-T, Samsung's design folds inward on both sides, fully protecting the massive display when closed. And when it's open, you're staring at a near 10-inch panel. To put that into perspective, that's larger than the screen on an iPad mini. Imagine sitting on a flight and watching Netflix on a display that size, then folding it down to a pocket-friendly form when you're done. Or juggling 3 apps at once: email, YouTube, and messages, all without squinting at cramped windows. That's the kind of practical magic Samsung is going for. Of course, the hardware inside matters just as much. Right now, the talk is that Samsung will use the Snapdragon 8 Elite processor, which is still insanely fast. But here's the twist. By the time this phone hits shelves, the upgraded Snapdragon 8 Elite 2 will already be out, which means people dropping nearly $3,000 in might not be getting the absolute newest chip. That's a risky move, because buyers at this price point usually want bragging rights to the latest tech. But maybe Samsung is betting that the unique design itself is worth more than a minor spec bump. After all, being the first to own a phone that folds twice is a flex no other Android or iPhone can match. Now, let's talk cameras. Rumors suggest a triple lens system headlined by a 200-megapixel main sensor alongside ultra-wide and telephoto shooters. If that's true, this phone won't just be about multitasking. It could also deliver the kind of flagship photography Samsung is already famous for. And Samsung has even thought of the small details. By moving the camera bump to the side instead of the center, they've created a natural way to guide how the phone folds. Try bending it the wrong way, and the phone will actually warn you. That's the kind of safety net you need when dealing with such an experimental design. But here comes the part that stings. This phone may not even launch globally at first. Reports suggest it'll be exclusive to Korea and China, at least in the early stages. For fans in the US, Europe, or other regions, that means watching from the sidelines while a select few get to test, drive the future. And maybe that's intentional. Samsung knows global demand will skyrocket if early impressions are strong, but they also know a worldwide stumble could damage their reputation. Better to start small, build hype, and then roll out later. Now, don't think Samsung is putting all their eggs into one foldable basket. While the Trifold is getting all the spotlight, the Galaxy S26 Ultra is brewing in the background with upgrades that could be just as groundbreaking. Imagine Samsung dropping 2 category-defining devices back to back, one for people who want bleeding-edge experimental tech, and another for those who want the ultimate premium smartphone experience without the risk. That kind of 1-2 punch could dominate headlines all year. So, here's the real question. Is Samsung's limited run of 50,000 units a smart way to build exclusivity and test the market? Or are they holding back because even they aren't fully confident this is ready for the masses? And more importantly, if you had the chance to grab one, Would you drop $3,000 to own one of the boldest phones Samsung has ever made, or would you wait for the design to go mainstream and hopefully come down in price?